Hello and welcome back to Golden Treasure, the Great Green. I'm davidinark, and we're going to continue where we left off. It's been a while since we broke out of our shell, and now the folks are not happy with us. You grow stronger so that you can bring destruction to them and all their misshapen kind. You allow the hatred to become a searing promise within your core. One day, you shall grow great enough to defeat their otherworldly magic. Then, you will finally be able to put this terrible fear which gnaws at your mind to rest. Alright, we gained some air mastery, some earth mastery, and I guess fire. I don't know, it went away too fast for me. Okay. You feel something small striking your armor. You turn to see what it is and find nothing, but it happens again. And again. It's not painful, but it's annoying. Eventually you realize this must be rain, the sacred water of the sky, which sometimes falls to bless the Great Mother, of which you were told while still in the chamber. Soon, rain is falling everywhere, tumbling and vaulting off of leaves and sliding merrily down the grass. Now, to catch you up, in case you haven't seen the first one of these or just coming into this, we are a baby dragon, and we are just learning the ways of life, basically. It makes it hard to smell and taste the air and perturbs you as it spatters against your armor. You find shelter in what used to be the den of a family of fur beasts. Their scent lingers only on the edge of your consciousness, and they must have been gone for many suns or even moons. You dig it slightly deeper and broader with your claws, then settle in, watching the rain's downward drive. Oh, that's cool. It's raining. Oh, we have something here. Oh, this should suffice for now. Surely grander layers await you in the future, but you feel comfortable and safe in the Earth's body. Okay, can I not click that? Here. Can I not? I can't click that. All right, fine. At last, you have a moment to think. You pause, considering your situation. And we have a blue diamond glowing over here. A moment of reflection will make your current feelings and thoughts clear. Awareness of one's own state of being is key to survival in this harsh and beautiful world. No trace of the no-tails can be smelled near your den. Explore the valley, find treasures, and seek the entrance to the Great Green. Your body's in fine condition. You are hungry, and the bauble inspires you. Yeah, we have like this little bauble thing that we had from the very beginning. Okay, so continue. How do I get rid of this? No, what is this? You may also draw your thoughts toward any treasures or artifacts that you have found. Okay. There is little there now, but if you survive and are bold yet wise, you will gather many. Perhaps some will even have strange and wondrous powers. We have the Shinestone Bauble. While simple and lacking any special powers, this bauble reminds you of your very first success. No, I guess that's all we have. Okay. What's this tree? That doesn't do anything. And that up there doesn't do it. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Here you can recall the many denizens of the Great Green. Oh, I see. Okay, we're still walking through this kind of tutorial thing. Oh, look at there. A tree tail. The way of the good beasts is not known to you. Hunt and observe them to learn their secrets. As you explore, hunt, and survive, your knowledge of each of the many tribes and peoples of good beasts will grow, and their secrets will be revealed to you. Oh, okay, so evidently we haven't found any creatures yet, I guess. Ooh, the day skyclaw. Okay. All right. And if you wish to leave the waking dream of this life and return to your other reality, or change certain aspects of this one, you will find such thoughts here. Your progress will automatically be saved and remembered, so do not fear the void. Okay. These are our different, like, powers or whatever. Oh, down here. Ah, I see. Settings. Okay. Great. Next, your relationship with the Great Four, the elements. I accidentally click it, and now we're going to talk about it. Will be your key to survival at any time. You may draw your thoughts toward the elements to more clearly comprehend their gifts. Each element bears a sigil, which will grow and change as you gather more of the infinite truths of the world to yourself, and each governs a different aspect of your abilities. Fire element governs your physical strength and ferocity, as well as the power of your fiery breath. Water element governs your perception, empathy, flexibility, and stealth. The earth element governs endurance, health, and fortitude. The more you understand and imitate this element, the more patient and difficult to destroy you will become. So endurance, health, and fortitude. Got it. The air element governs quickness and intellect. Agility of both body and mind belong to this sphere. As you grow in understanding and experience, your degree of enlightenment within the four elements will increase, and each degree brings gifts. By recalling each specific element, you can remember which gifts you have earned and what temporary factors, such as injuries, may be affecting it. Earning gifts is not affected by temporary effects, and only when your natural level of enlightenment is high enough you will gain new abilities. Already, your actions and decisions have strengthened your connections and granted you certain advantages, such as, you have achieved the first grade of mastery in fire element. You may now use Power Strike, a physical I wasn't done reading. I'm going to have to read faster. You have achieved the second grade of mastery. Alright, so now we can do Fire Flash, which does a small amount of burning fire and may briefly blind your opponent. We also have first grade Earth. I can now Brace in combat, which doesn't harm your opponent, but greatly reduces incoming damage, so it's like shield. And we have Air, so we can a clawing air attack, light physical damage, and may harm your opponent before it has a chance to harm you. Actually, that was Swift Strike. Okay, there are many ways to increase these masteries, such as learning secrets, observing nature, and imitating the qualities of the elements. By making choices and discovering new things, you will grow in your understanding of the elements of reality. Remember that failure is a far better teacher than success. Mistakes and losses bring with them the best lessons. If you lose a challenge, you may suffer in the short term, but your elemental abilities are likely to increase. Certain treasures and gifts may also affect your elemental affinities. This cozy nook is a good place to rest. If your body has been damaged, it will slowly mend on its own, but spending a sun resting here will greatly increase the speed at which you recover. A few scratches will not hinder you, but any significant wound will impact your ability to hunt, to fight, and to even think clearly. The rain has passed, and the great above has cleared, but the world is darkening. Night must be approaching. You slip out of your den to investigate. Okay. Fine. I guess. I mean, I was going to try to go to that little thing. I need food is what I need. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, is that me? You emerge in time to see your first sun ending. And as he dies in scarlet glory, new, smaller illuminations are born in the opposite corner of the sky. By the time sun is gone completely, they dominate the great above, a parade of holy light marching in a slow circle dance. You were taught of the stars while still in the chamber. That's before you were born, you were in an egg. But seeing them with your own eyes is a true wonder. Each of the stars has a color and a brightness not quite like any other. Some are red as the body of fire, and some green as the grasses of earth. Some blue as the deeps of water, and some whites as the cloud of the air. Some stand quietly, firm in their color. Some sparkle and flash, shimmering gaily. Even in the great above, the four sacred elements hold their being. A cool wind blows over you, ruffling your feathers. Inspiration is striking. You feel compelled to let your voice ring out in song. What shall you sing? A great hymn to fire, to air, to water, to earth, a lesser hymn to all of them, or remain silent? I say we do a great hymn to fire. Of the greatness of fire I sing, that which burns, that which withers, destruction's beloved hatchling. I sing of the fire below, deep within the bosom of the Great Mother, from which flows her hot red essence. I sing of the fire within, the sacred flame which burns within all that has rhythm of life, the flame which is passion and lust and rage and ambition. I sing of the fire of the Drakh, or however you say that, sleeping deep within my body, ready to rush forth out of my mouth upon my enemies. I am a flame I don't know the tune. I am a flame unleashed from a greater fire upon the body of earth. I have consumed beings and will consume many more. I am a flame which rises to burn all before it. I am a flame, growing greater with each feeding, my essence spreading until all is darkened by the kiss of my presence. I bring light and heat, pain and judgment. These are my gifts. Praise to fire, to the essence of the great giver, whose gift grants victory to the kin and destruction to our prey. Praise to fire, which is, was, and shall be. Okay. The echo of your song roars back to you from the corners of the valley, and your tail curls in pleasure as you imagine its denizens trembling in fear. You are one of the kin, the greatest of the children of above and below, and your power will spread through the world like a mighty fire. Ooh, we have gained a large amount of fire mastery. All right. Your first sun is at an end, and it was more than you could have imagined, even with your creator's instruction. Sleeping in your lair is almost like being back in the chamber, but now you know too much. Your mind wanders from thought to thought, seeking to guide itself. Your hopes and fears toss you back and forth, scraping you uncomfortably between what was, what might have been. You see your creator lying silent before the no-tails, their chattering, screeching voices barking something incomprehensible as the red kin-essence spreads along the ground. The white-black mocks you as you look on. You feel the dread 1-2 stomping of the tailless near you, upon you, over you. You slide underneath the mountains to hide from them. But there are tailless everywhere, smaller and stone-skinned underground, tall and willowy in the woods, coarse and shouting in the flatlands. It is not your precious essence they seek to shed, however. They are roaring for the flesh of something else, something older and more powerful than even a great kin. You wake briefly, and your second sleep is far less troubled. Ooh. Wow, guess the sun's up. That's pretty freaking bright. Thanks. A new sun dawns, climbing laboriously over the mountains, and today you must emerge and seek your destiny. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, we got, is this like the different chapters? I have no idea. As you do, you may encounter many new things. You have not yet used your body to hunt and fight, nor have you ventured far from this makeshift den. Do you wish to learn of these things in depth, or do you wish to, dive headlong into your destiny without such lessons? I wish to learn how to hunt, fight, and explore. This will begin the tutorial, which will teach you the ways of survival. My instruction in the chamber was excellent. I don't need lessons. This will bypass the tutorial and is recommended for experienced Drakh. Well, I have no experience, so we might as well learn a thing or two, shall we? All right. The water which fell from the sky prevented you from fulfilling your mission of destruction, and your core cries out for flesh. Perhaps a hunt would be wise. Absolutely. It is, however, also tempting to explore more of this beautiful world in which you find yourself. Exploring your territory will reveal new opportunities, challenges, treasures, hunting grounds, and more. So, How will you spend this, your second son? I wish to taste the essence of others. It is time to hunt. This will teach you how to hunt and fight. I wish to explore my world in greater detail. This will teach you how to explore. I think we need food. Let's hunt. We are a dragon, after all. Ooh, look at there. The wood just outside your den seems replete with the presence of lesser good beasts. It should not take long to find one. Yes. Oh, there we go. This is one of the small furry beasts whose scent calls to you. The kin call it a tree tail, in honor of its close relationship with trees and its luxurious expressive tail. It is small, but it will do. Understanding the music of your partner in the dance is vital. Begin by examining the tree tail more closely. Any good beast, such as you, can easily sense how much fire there is in the essence of another. Okay. Fire influences the physical might and how dangerous an opponent will be in the dance of destruction, which some call combat. If they are strong in this element, beware. You may catch them, only to find that they are quite capable of destroying you instead. Yeah, you're glowing, but I can't do anything. As you can see, this is not a great concern when it comes to tree tails, as the gem is empty and not even a small part of the sigil of fire is shown. Alright? This is your opponent's water affinity. The more complex the water sigil, the keener the prey's senses, and the more difficult they will be to approach without discovery. So you got some decent stuff going on there, right? The Earth sphere represents health and resilience. A being strong in this element will not easily surrender its essence. Great effort will surely be required to bring something great in Earth to destruction. Beings with high Earth also possess a strong will, and so even indirect attempts to harm one will fail, unless the attacking element is even higher. Once again, tree tails compared to other, larger prey are not very difficult to bring down at all, providing you can get your claws on them. This is your opponent's air affinity. Note that it seems to have a little mastery in it, indicating that it is slightly quick. Compare this with your own air ability to see how difficult it would be to chase. Prey with high air affinity may be all but impossible to chase down and must be defeated by other means. Although you can sense roughly how attuned to each element a being may be and where their strengths lie, only by testing your abilities directly against them can you be sure of their skills. Be aware that many beings possess special abilities which allow them to survive upon Earth. Tree tails, for example, have the ability to climb, so attempts to pursue them from far away will automatically fail. They will be able to reach a tree and scurry to safety. Only attempt to chase them after approaching as near as you can. A good way to begin a hunt is by stalking your prey, silently attempting to draw as close as you can without being noticed. The water element, which governs the senses, is your greatest asset here. The more powerful your connection to that element, the more silently you can move. Size also plays a role in stalking. If you are larger than your prey, you will be at a disadvantage, and if smaller, at an advantage. Your prey has surely developed keen senses of its own in order to avoid destruction by predators such as you. To successfully close the distance without alerting it, your water mastery must be greater than the tree tails. This one smells old and weak, ripe for consumption. It's time to put your skill to the test. I can... actually, the only thing I can do is slightly draw nearer. We appear to have the same water. I'm actually slightly better in everything, it looks, other than water, maybe? Okay, fine. We will draw nearer. Ah, yes. You are now much closer, close enough to smell its fur, its personal scent, even its nut-tinged breath. Charging at it now is tempting, but you also find yourself fascinated as you watch it forage for food. It moves in a particular way, not quite like that of any other good beast. And in observing it, you may learn something. And again, the only option I have is to keep still and observe. So, yes, already you are learning. Nature is an excellent teacher. If you hunt and observe each prey enough, you may gain a glimpse of their deeper truth, and in finding it, incorporate it into your own way and become stronger. But you have sensed enough. Your hunger for its tender flesh and thirst for its crimson essence. You hunger for its. If you strike now, you might succeed in the chase, but perhaps you could draw even closer. So near now, and your prey is still completely ignorant of the shadow of destruction which falls upon it. Oh. Okay, so that's showing me that. Alright, fine. If you strike at it with all of your speed and strength, it will not stand a chance. Wait for the 2 circles to become 1, and then act quickly. What? What 2 circles? I don't even see 2 circles. Oh, I see. Those circles. Okay, so I have to wait. They're not quite 1 yet. And they're still not 1? I'm very confused here. Let me see what... Is that even... Okay, that's not even changing. Alright, I'm going to strike. I don't know what to do. Click when the circles align. Oh, okay. I clicked. Instinctively. That was pure reflex and reaction. The hapless tree tail barely even has time to realize that you are there before you crunch its small bones in your jaws, tasting its perfect essence as you crush it several times and finally swallow it. Its flesh and spirit will now become part of your own, granting you precious energy. You feel pride in your own skill and gratitude to the tree tail in equal measure. That's right. Oh, this is right. This is the way of all things. I've gained some energy, which is funny because it just went down. All right, another one. Another one what? I don't see anything. Your core urges you on. You must have more if you are to grow great. Oh, I was like, where was it? The last one was old and weak, and its senses dull. Not this one, however. Destroying it will be more of a challenge. A chase at this range against an animal which can climb trees is hopeless. Draw nearer as before. Uh-oh. You have managed to draw nearer, but although you remain hidden in the tall grass, your prey has heard rumor of your approach from a rather noisy twig that you stepped on, and it is now suspicious of you. All is not lost, however. Perhaps if you remain still and observe, there's a chance the tree tail will lower its guard. Okay, I don't know what this over here is. Over on the right. You have waited a few precious moments, but the tree tail still suspects danger may be near. When you wait and observe an opponent whose suspicion has been aroused, there is a chance that it will return to its way each time. But it is not guaranteed. Each individual animal is different, and fortune plays a role. If you wait just a little longer... Yes, there. It seems satisfied that it is no longer in danger and has lowered its guard again. Any movement from you while it was suspicious would surely have caused it to flee. Waiting silently when your prey becomes suspicious may cause it to relax in time, but beware. Each moment that passes brings your scent closer to it on the winds, and once it smells you, it will surely try to escape. You must stalk your prey quietly yet quickly before your scent is caught. This tree tail's senses are obviously keener than the last's. If drawing this close made it suspicious, trying to draw even closer will surely alert it. If your prey begins the chase, you will be at a disadvantage, so you must now seize the initiative and attack. The surprise should give you the few precious instants that you need. All right, strike. Oh, you know what? I say we chase after it. It notices you and flees. We chase after it. Oh, actually, we didn't have a choice. What? Click the tree tail repeatedly. Make a slash across the tree tail quickly. Okay, this would be a great mobile game. Playing with the mouse is a little weird. All right. As you feel the luscious body of yet another tree tail move slowly down your craw, the joy of pure, wholesome destruction again sinks in. This is the dance of destruction, the fight for survival, which all beings dance with each other, and it is good. It is as it should and must be. And we got some more energy. Okay. You no longer ache for sustenance. Your core mostly quieted. There is, however, room for one more, of course. You may hunt up to 3 times per sun in an abundant hunting ground. Fewer prey exist in a middling or sparse area. Sun and earth have blessed you. You have discovered a wounded member of the delicious long-ear tribe. Normally, you would have to stalk and pursue it, which is no mean feat, as long-ears have swift feet and keen senses. However, this one is sporting a broken leg. It senses you, but it cannot flee. Let combat, the true dance of destruction, begin. Whoa. Ah, the true dance of destruction. Though your foe is not the most powerful of beasts, you cannot help but shiver a little. Both of you are wagering life, the most precious of treasures, against the skill of the other. Like most aspects of life, fighting is ruled by the elements. Begin by examining both your own current mastery and those of your opponent. All right. The element of fire is one of the 2 elements which rule over combat. As the element of strength and power, all physical damage done is based on the mastery of fire. This particular long-ear is much weaker than most of its kind due to its broken limb. Do not expect long-ears to be this feeble in the future. The other element, which is crucial in the dance of destruction, is earth. As the element of fortitude and endurance, earth dictates how much damage a creature can endure. All actions taken in combat are associated with a particular element. A simple biting attack, for example, is of the earth element, while your burning breath, of course, is a fire attack. When you select an action, your opponent does as well. Then both of them clash together. Certain elements have advantages over others. Water is strong against fire, fire over air, air defeats water. Earth has neither advantage nor disadvantage against the other. Feeling very Pokemon here. Each good beast has a way, which gives it certain options and a set pattern of attack. Long-ears, for example, will always use a repeating earth, water, air pattern. You do not know where in the sequence it will begin, but once you are familiar with an animal's attack pattern, you should quickly be able to tell its next move and turn the fight to your advantage. Okay, so they always do earth, water, air. All right. Let us begin with a simple bite. Being of the neutral earth element, this is a relatively safe choice. How will you act? I will use an earth ability, and I will bite, because those are the only options I have. Whoa. You do not know where in the sequence... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. The clash. Both of you have been affected, though you have but a tiny scratch. The long-ear is more seriously hurt. Now, your opponent is battered, he's got a yellow glow there, and worse for wear. Your attacks are having an effect. As creatures, including you, are wounded, their air, water, and fire abilities will decrease, though earth always stands unchanged. Since it used an air attack and long-ears always use earth, water, air, we know its next move will be earth. Nothing is strong or weak against earth, so any attack will do now. Let's use Swift Strike, an air attack, which affects your opponent before you are affected by its attack. So, we'll use air, and we'll use Swift. Woohoo! Ah! The air grows richer with fear and despair, and your enemy is now injured. Good. Additional effects, like Swift Strike's preemptive damage, always occur if you win the elemental clash. On a tie, they take effect if the element in question is higher than the opponent's earth, and they never occur on a lost clash. The opponent's next attack will use water. Because air is strong against water, let's use Swift Strike again, because air is better than water. Ooh. The redolent essence of the long ear dances on your tongue, and it is crippled and stands in the very shadow of destruction. Victory. You gained additional damage and triggered a special effect by using air against water. The long ear is now badly hurt, and its next attack will be of air, and it's time to finish this. Breathing fire will bypass most armor, but it costs energy to use, unlike most simple strikes. It is time. You are battered. Your wounds are now beginning to slow you down. But we are going to use Burning Breath. Kaboom! Do I have to do the circle thing? Nope, I guess not. Ah, delicious indeed. Future meals will rarely be so easy, however. Of course. Be sure to use stalking to observe and get as close as you can. Pursue your prey swiftly and fight wisely. The Great Four, water, air, earth, and fire, shall be your guides. Beware, however, the good beasts of field and woodland are not the only beings in this world. Some have strange gifts, and others, such as the no-tails, may use their bizarre minds to break the rules of the dance. You have gained some energy. Oh, another day. Thanks, that's so bright. Huh, do I only have so many days? Probably. Oh, now I have to explore. Okay, fine. This is the area that you've already explored. Great. This is your lair. You can always find your way back here. This is where you found the tailless slain kin. There is nothing there now, and returning would be pointless, so it is darkened and inert. Still, you will carry the place where it happened in your memory. A colored sigil marks an area in which you can spend a sun hunting if you wish, and indicates what prey you can most easily find there, but beware, too much hunting in one place will drive away the residents. A green sigil indicates a healthy and plentiful hunting ground, while red means the area is almost empty, with yellow between. Hunting grounds recover with time, but once completely depleted, they remain fallow and dead. A wise predator hunts in diverse locations, allowing the local good beasts to recover. Otherwise, the prey will leave, and the valley may become a flesh-barren wasteland. It is through the act of exploration that new locations, encounters, and hunting grounds may be found. You may only explore an area which is near another area which you have already explored. Exploring a new area takes all sun, but at least one new point of interest will always be discovered, and often more. Go, and do not be afraid. Encountering new things is on a basis of strength. Ah, and so now we can explore here. Ooh, what did we find? We have, okay. You have uncovered a beautiful meadow. There, grasses grow high, sheltering all manner of good beasts. I don't know, okay. White sigils mark places where you have found an interesting scent. These unique locations may harbor treasures, special encounters, or unknown dangers. Of course. This scent is especially powerful and has a familiar tang which strongly piques your interest. On another sun, when you are well fed and rested, you should certainly investigate. It may bring weal or woe, but so long as you survive, you will grow, both within and without. And another night has passed. I guess we don't do anything at night. And again, I'm guessing that when the sundial gets to the end, we're going to be in a heap of trouble. As a new sun rises, you might well feel pleased with your accomplishments. You have explored your surroundings and successfully fulfilled your purpose of destruction. Your core no longer aches, and you can turn to other pursuits. There is one matter which refuses to leave your mind. When you explored the Wormward Meadow, I don't know. There was a scent there you simply could not ignore. Could it be some new kind of prey, or perhaps a treasure of some kind? You set out to discover a new truth. Your exploration of the Wormward Meadow and the strange scent takes you into a vast region of rising hills, lightly furred with brown heather and scaled with gray boulders. Air dances more freely here than among the trees, and many tiny beings flit to and fro. You have been exploring for less than half a sun when the chirping songs of the beings hidden in the grass suddenly stop, and a massive shadow falls over you. Something huge and winged circles above. An adult kin. Suddenly it all comes clear. The scent you found was the border mark of an elder of your people, and you have thoughtlessly invaded its territory. Before you can meaningfully act, it is before you, landing surprisingly, gracefully, and quietly across your path. Hey, how's it going? It is vast and beautiful, like a great nation unto itself, but blue, with accents like the storm-gray rocks of the hills. Its scales bear the 100,000 marks of the lovely brutality of kin life, and yet its essence shines healthy and bright from its melted gold eyes, the midnight slit of its pupil eyeing you surprisingly calmly. One of its teeth, you notice, is jet black. In your mind, you label this kin Darktooth. When it sings to you, you are shocked by the lucidity of color in its thought images, as well as the clear, sharp lines with which it divides its ideas. It is by far the loveliest song you have ever heard, more beautiful by far than the voice you heard while still in the chamber. O interloper, small and barely begun, sing to this elder kin of your future. Shall you perish here for your crime of violating the territory of a greater being, or will you live beyond the fall of this sun? So, I can sing a song of defiance. You will live, you sing, for you will defeat the Darktooth challenger. Sing a song of repentance. Whether you live or die is not yours to choose now, but the choice of the greater being, whom you have angered by your unknowing intrusion, or attempted to distract the Darktooth and make an escape. I think I'm going to go for the middle ground, because we're little, and he could probably chomp us down with no problem. After hearing your song and watching your low-headed dance of submission, Darktooth's tail settles into a less threatening position. Humility is the beginning of wisdom. You may, perhaps, taste the morning sun's rays again. Wow, we've got some mastery. Cool. As you lie there, flattened in submission, images begin to enter your mind. A sequential song of images and concepts, and it dawns on you that you are being instructed. Darktooth is teaching you many things. The song of Annunciation, in which you declare your presence in another kin's territory and request audience. The song of Welcome, the song of Challenge, and many other songs which unfold from the first. Dances which communicate more complex emotions and intentions than the ones you already know. Dances of respect, of warning, of curiosity, of uncertainty. Now barely begun, what is my intention? Do I intend to destroy you and consume your young, your young tender flesh. Speak of my hidden mind. Great One, you intend to destroy me. I sing a song of pleading. Do not silence the rhythm within me. Great One, you intend to allow me to survive this sun. I sing a song of thanksgiving for your mercy. Or Great One, I cannot know your vast mind and will not presume to do so. I'm going to say that you're going to let me survive. Or should I say that I can't presume? You know what? I'm going to say that you intend to allow me to survive. I don't think he's going to try to kill us, because otherwise he would have, and he wouldn't have taught us lessons. I'm going to go with this one. Wisely sung. Had I intended to destroy you, I would have done so. That's what I just said. And your body would already be within me. To instruct you would have been a waste. Instruction is for those who will live to make use of it. Oh, yeah, I got you. It would have been a waste had he... That's very weirdly worded. Had he destroyed me, instructing would have been a waste. Okay. You've gained some air mastery. Darktooth extends its long neck toward you, bringing its vast stone blue head so close you can feel the wind of its breath. You cannot help but tremble, but resist the urge to strike or flee. The elderkin flicks its tongue out, tasting the air around you, taking a moment to savor your scent. Its tail curls slowly as it settles back into the heather. Its head is turned to the side, looking away from you as though it is singing to itself. As one sun sets, another rises. It is now but a spark, tiniest of flames. To survive, it must learn the great contradiction. To every virtue there is an opposite which must be equally embraced. It must be bold yet cautious, proud yet humble, quick yet slow, fierce yet gentle. It must learn to spread itself between many truths. The lair it inhabits lies within the land of the tailless ones, the broken custodians. If it would build a land of its own, its destiny lies coldward in the great green. It may survive in this valley for a short time, but it must leave before 2 moons have passed. If it does not, it shall be destroyed. I sing this to myself for my own amusement. Payment is not required. All right. The elder's tail thumps once on the ground gently for one of its size, but you still feel the tremor. Ask for Darktooth's help against the tailless. Impress the elder with your great knowledge of the world. Request permission to leave the Darktooth's presence or remain silent. Well, I mean, we're brand new and we're young, and we don't have much time before he's going to kick us out. So, what if I remain silent? You know what? Let's request to leave. You slide sideways slowly, miming the act of turning around without actually doing so, suggesting a retreat with your body. Darktooth accepts the request by rising and spreading its vast wings. On a new sun, once again we shall stand on this plain, the newly begun in the elder, and you shall grow stronger. Do not return empty-mouthed. Nothing shall be given for nothing, and something for something. Okay. It bounds forward, striding over your submissive form as though it were nothing but a tiny shrub, gathering more momentum, and then, spreading its wings, it's borne aloft. It turns a wide circle in the air, flying over you. That which is above is like that which is below. It intones indirectly in your mind as it soars higher. All beginnings are endings, and all endings beginnings. Oh, and speaking of endings and beginnings, I think that's a good time and a good place to end this particular chapter of the game. So do I have to save? I can just go back to the main menu. It was saved a minute ago. I'm going to say yes. I don't know if that includes the last thing we did. I'm going to assume it does. So there you are. The golden treasure, the great green, here on David in Ark. Thank you so much for watching. I know we're just now starting to get into the story, so we're getting through all the tutorial stuff. You got any questions, problems, suggestions, horror stories? Feel free to leave those down in the comments section below. I don't know. What do you think of this so far? Do you like it? Do you not like it? I don't know. Just let me know what you think. It's a little weird to me because it's all like it's story-based and you're just kind of making these choices. Of course, so far, the choices are really being made for us except for that little end bit there. So I'm assuming that we're getting to the point where we can make our own choices and really see what we can do for ourselves. And I'm very curious about that sundial. Do we only have so many turns before the game is over? I think so. I think that was in the first episode that we did where there was something about we only had so much time to defeat whatever was coming after us or something. I don't know. Anyhow, there you go. Thank you so much to WarHeroesGaming, to GamerGull, and to Mr. Spooky7 for supporting me on Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know one way or another. I'm always interested to know what you guys like. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize it made noise when you do that. That's neat. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Golden Treasure, the Great Green. Have a great day.